So, day 5 and the end of the first week of my flight instructor's course. And I have to be honest, I'm just a little bit shattered. Before the course, some friends said to me, "Do you know what? The flight instructor course, it's like learning to fly all over again." And I don't think there's ever been a truer statement made, if I'm entirely honest. Um, whilst I can fly, this week has really taught me a whole load of new things. It's taught me new flows, new ways to manage, new ways to have extra capacity built into how I'm flying. The ability to fly and talk and teach is something that clearly takes a lot of practice. Day 5, what did it bring? Much as it has the rest of the week, to be honest. Board briefs this morning, exercise 6, part 2, straight and level at varying speeds. What sounds like a really simple concept is actually quite difficult to teach on the board because there's a lot of bits and there's a lot of inferred knowledge that needs to go with it for essentially what is quite early on in a PPL journey. Up in the air, some great opportunity to practice those air exercises on varying those speeds. Half the challenge is actually thinking about how you're going to set up that lesson, how you get from the airfield to a place and back, trying to keep it within that kind of hour window, whilst really getting some opportunity for the student to learn. This afternoon, an opportunity for my course colleague to take me up and for me to role play the student, for him to go through an exercise. The weather was getting a little bit interesting towards the end of his, and sadly, by the time we landed, did a bit of a swap over, it was the right decision for us to say, do you know what, we just won't fly this one. The weather completely closed in as that occluded front that's been hanging around all day moved in over the top. So as some wise man once said to me, it's much better to be down here wishing you were up there than the other way around. And discretion is the better part of valor. So we decided to wrap it up for the weekend, head home. So I'm looking forward to a rest. I'm really looking forward to next week. The whole process of learning to become a flying instructor is certainly a challenging and complex one, but it's also incredibly enjoyable. So looking forward to seeing what next week can bring. I hope you'll continue to follow on in the journey. I haven't made a decision yet about what I'm going to do my long brief on. I really need to think about that over the weekend. But for now, it's a bit of family time, a bit of a break from flying, and probably a little bit of praying to the weather gods to make sure that next week's weather is great and we can get maximum amount of airtime. Anyway, take care, have a great weekend, and if you're flying this weekend, fly safe. Hope to see you next week.